stock intraday dashboard. Now when you click on this link, intraday dashboard, okay, the page appears like this, wherein you can type in any script name here. This is a input box. You can type in any script name here. Suppose, for example, being a trader, you may be following some 15-20 favorite counters. You may be following some 15-20 favorite scripts. Okay, those may be blue chip stocks, or they may be Nifty 50 stocks, or they may be FNO stocks. So say, for example, आपको कुछ favorite stocks होंगे. Now what you can do is, on a daily basis, one can come to this page here and one can type in the script name. Say, for example, you want to check for Nifty, or you want to check for Bank Nifty, or any other script as such. You can type in the particular stock name or index name here. For example, purpose I'll take for Nifty itself. You can type in any particular script name here, and accordingly it shows you the trend formation, the setup formation in that particular script for the day. Whether the setup is looking bullish for the day or whether the setup is looking bearish for the day, that it shows you here. Now how this works out is, listen carefully, okay? Every strategy or every criteria, every strategy particularly will be having its own criteria and conditions. Now this particular dashboard, it gives you the results somewhere by 10:15 a.m. Okay, we have seen after thorough backtesting, after manual and thorough backtesting, we have seen that the dashboard works out optimally. Is checked somewhere by 10:15. Markets, they start at 9:15 as such. Okay, 9:15 to 10:15, first 1 hour of the markets normally they remain volatile. Okay, by 10:15, once the market settles down, then it accordingly checks out for the price action, the volume action, the different parameters, and shows you the trend formation, the setup formation for the remaining part of the day, whether it is looking bullish from here or whether it is looking bearish from here. And accordingly one can go for a trade selection here. If it is looking bearish setup formed, then one can take a short position. Accordingly in futures or options, or in cash, then you can sell in cash. If it is showing a bullish setup formation, accordingly one can go for taking a buy position. Okay, and also along with the entry point, it shows downside the trailing stop loss value also. Suppose, for example, if I go on to enter at somewhere around this 13,855, my point of entry will be somewhere, stop loss point would be somewhere around 104.44. Okay, now you may ask me this question, this 10:15 ka to okay, I got to understand, but what about this 1:30 thing? It is showing the setup formation at two different time points, one at 10:15, one at 1:30. Now my explanation is, you all are into the markets, right? So many times you might have observed it yourself. Most of the time, the market movement, a good movement in the markets, they happen either in the first 2 hours or in the last 2 hours. Normally 6 hours ka market will be for 6 hours. Most of the movement happens in the first 2 hours or last 2 hours. So in case and accordingly this time frame it shows here, 10:15 for the early morning trades or 1:30 for the afternoon trades as such. Okay, on days it might happen. Now Friday, this currently it is showing me the status as of the trade setup as of Friday itself, when Nifty from morning itself it was in a downtrend as such. 10:50 the price was somewhere around 855, and the same trend continued after 1:30 also. After 1:30 also, if one had taken a position at 10:50 and 1:30, after 1:30 still it was showing a bearish setup, that means one can continue with the trade as such. Okay, and the closing all of us know that happened in this 600, around the 630, 13,630 I mean to say. That was the closing point of Nifty. But the important point is where I should enter or where I should put the stop loss value. Okay, now coming to the script here. Suppose, for example, Nifty at 10:15 it was at 13,855. I'll bring you to the charts once, because we need to explain something. It's not like you got any setup formation here and then blindly you enter into the market. It's not like that. This is a technical analysis platform wherein some interpretation or some analysis is required. Okay, and that helps you to avoid these false signals also. That is one strength. Suppose, for example, it shows your trade setup as bearish pattern. What one can do is, once you get the pattern formation here, you can come to the charts early morning 10:15 itself. Suppose it shows a bearish setup formation, then you can, to confirm the trade, please come to the charts once and check out for the particular script. Say, for example, it is Nifty, okay, and take it on a 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame. Check out from the charts here. I'll tell you where the entry point can be and when to enter and when not to enter. Suppose, for example, 10:15 the price was somewhere around this point. This candle you see, this green candle, small doji, not a doji, but a spinning top, I would say. This candle, which was there, a form of indecision, a spinning top, a form of indecision here. But yes, the overall trend was downside itself. Now, this is a candle where the bearish setup formation was shown. So what to do? Do I enter immediately into the market as soon as the next candle forms, or wait for some time? It's better we wait for some time. Till when? Now this is a triggering candle, okay? This becomes a triggering, I would say this becomes a triggering candle or decision making candle. Downside it shows the starting time of the candle, friends. Okay, not to be confused. This candle, downside it shows the starting time. So it started at 10 o'clock and went on till 10:15. At 10:15, whatever the closing or low points was there. Now this showed a bearish setup formation on the dashboard there. That means wait for the low breakout to happen. If it is a bearish setup, wait for the low breakout and then enter into the trade there. If it is a bullish setup, one could have waited for the high breakout to happen. Wait for the high breakout and then enter into the trade there. Okay, now the low breakout happened in the next candle. In the next candle, if you see, the price went on actually. The price went upside initially. In the next candle, the price went up initially and then it came down. Here, the closing happened somewhere around 13,802. And when the low breakout happened, that could have been the point of entry. That could have been the point of entry there with a stop loss. With a stop loss somewhere around the open value, with a stop loss somewhere around the high, or as you can see on the page here, the stop loss ideally was 104 points. If you feel that the stop loss is too high, then what you can do is you can keep a stop loss somewhere around the reversal which happened here. Okay, ideally around this point, where just the previous high was made. Somewhere around this point where just the previous high was made, that is 880 or some point, 880, that point could have been a stop loss value there. Okay. Ideally, the trailing stop loss you can derive from here. Suppose, for example, I entered at this 13,829. Downside on the dashboard here, it shows a trailing stop loss for the day, that is 104 points. So accordingly, the stop loss could have been 104 points up from the point of entry. And for the targets, maintain a risk to reward in the ratio of 1:1. So if my stop loss is 100 points, my target will also be accordingly 100 points there. If my stop loss is 50 points, my target will be accordingly 50 points there. Okay, some technical interpretations which we do explain. How to do the candlestick analysis and how to do the technical interpretation, that is something which we do explain in our training courses. This is workshops which we conduct on technical analysis. But just to give an idea, now from there, if you see from 8:30 yesterday, it was a downside scenario. The market was on a downside. It retraced in between once, but really wasn't able to go ahead with the high note and fell down further. And of course, the international global equity market movement as well as the budget has been pressurizing the price action here. But yes, technically, how to identify these price points or how to identify these pain points, that is something which is important. In details, we teach in our training classes as such, but on the software part, this dashboards, they somewhere have inculcated, we have inculcated somewhere the technical factors in this dashboards as such, and accordingly they have to filter out. Here comes one important question, like manually being a trader, it won't be easy to check out each and every script name here. Like there are some 150 odd FNO scripts are there, some 1000 odd stocks are there to be traded. So one by one, I can't keep on typing in this script name to see where a bullish setup has been formed or where a bearish setup has been formed, right? That's a legitimate question. So how good would it be if we can provide with a screener which can scan and show to you, okay, look, these are the stocks which are bullish for the day, and these are the stocks which can be bearish for the day. That can make the work more easier, right? And yes, we do have a solution available for that also. Now, I told you earlier, this intraday dashboard, this is more of a bottom-top approach in the sense you will be, if you know the script name, you can type in the script name here to check out the levels or the entry or the exit points here. But before that, we need to know the script name. That is question number 1. That is step number 1. And for that step, what we have done is we have something called as ready-made screeners available in the tool section. In the tool section, we have something called as ready-made screeners available, ready-to-use screeners available to scan for the stocks bullish at 10:15 and to scan for the stocks bearish at 10:15. Okay, if you scroll down the page, you'll find some ready-made screeners available here, but not to go after all of them. I repeat, not to go after all of them, but one thing you can find it outside here. This couple of screeners, namely stocks bullish at 10:15 and stocks bearish at 10:15. Now these two are linked to the dashboard page. How they are linked in the sense, morning trades, you can check out these dashboards to check for the stocks bullish at 10:15 and bearish at 10:15. You just need to click on this link, this play button, and it will show you. It will take you to the screener page. Number one, it will take you to the screener page and it will show you the list of records which can be bullish for the day or which can be bearish for the day. Now, the point to be noted here is yesterday it was a bearish market. It was a complete dead bearish market. No? Yeah. So now in that, so for example, it showed some 14 records here. Now trading all those stocks, all the 14 stocks won't be possible. Even half of them won't be possible, won't be advisable. Don't go for that also. So how do I further filter out which stock I can take or which stock I can leave? So for that purpose, one input I can give from my side. Again, you need to check it out at your end once. Okay. But what one input I can give from my side is, say you can when you get a list of stocks, you can filter the stocks or you can arrange the stocks in the descending order of volume. There you find something called this average volume here. You'll find something called this average volume here. Now if you double click on the average volume, it will arrange the stocks in the descending order of volume for you. It will arrange the stocks in the descending order of volume and check for those stocks. Check for those stocks where the volume is high. In the sense, for example, now here, say this Havels is there or this Maruti is there or McDowell's is there. Now let's take the case of Maruti itself. Now once you got the script name, once you got the list name, once you got the script name here, now this is your step number one. Now what you can do is pick up the stocks, check out on the dashboard page here, say Maruti or Havels or any one with a good volume. The idea is to select for stocks with a good volume and price action. Once you type in the script name here, accordingly to show you the setup formation. On Maruti at 10:15, price was at 7,491, 7,491. It was showing a bearish setup formation there. So one can easily come to the charts now. 7,491 is the price point. Stop loss value shows here, but one can come to the chart for confirmation. Maruti. This all will take hardly it will take 2-3 minutes for all this analysis as such. But if it clicks, then you can get some good trades surely. Now Maruti, if you see here, 10 o'clock, the price was this point. This was the price point at 10 o'clock. Okay, this was the price point at 10 o'clock, and the market further went down from there. Okay, now the entry would have been around the low breakout, whatever the low was there. Say 7470 or some point, this would be the breakout for 7470, where my this blue line is there currently, 7472 ideally. Okay, and for the stop loss, either the day high would have been a very strong stop loss, but that is a high enough. For a safer chance, you can just put a small risk, small trade with the stop loss around this 7535, which was the high of this particular candle itself, just to be on the safer side. Or else you can extract the stop loss from this point, which is 149, based on the price action, based on the highs and lows. Hope this point is clear to all of you.